like I wouldn't know what to do because
See?
I've
See? It's not as simple as saying,
right
well,
because
they'll
I've
win or they'll lose. Because if you win, what is the process? Do you know?
well I know there's a lot that goes into
Yeah.
collecting and
You almost need like a beginner's class on what to do next because then you've got to find out where they work. You've got to go and pay someone to do a background check to see how you can attach her social security number to even attempt to try to get at her taxes. It takes so much money and time, it's not worth it. So that's what I'm saying is piece it out and then think. But you got to, there's a lot of legal shit that goes in there. And I'm just saying, you can't get Kyle, you can't get Kenisha, can't get Autumn, you can't get John. The place is a slumlord house. This is what this guy does. Probably wants to retire, wants out from under all of it. And this is why it's up for sale. But
right.
Bree is the one who signed an agreement. The good thing Bree's got going for her is this guy just wants her out so he can sell. So
And to answer
that's where we're at.
that question, yes, she did move in with her mod Abigail.
Yeah. It's hard to watch someone be so destructive to people and animals and continually get away with
Right.
it. But this isn't even slow down on her radar. So I'm in total agreement with David. There is no reason for Kyle to go because even if she wins nothing.
I need a new chase.
So
Yeah, with a megaphone.
all right, there's my advice. There's my sissy knows everything. There's my 57 years of law shit I've dealt with. There you go.
All these.
And I did it without being a smartass. So there's a whole process. It's not as simple as you're on the Judge Judy show and Judge Judy show pays you off.
No, not
Which
that.
I think
Not
just from
chase.
because I did
No, not the
watch
chase.
because Bree has gone live. I know
Not
I
the
know
live chaser.
twice
Wait,
that she's gone
when
live.
you push a button, I can't
And
remember.
I think just
When you
from
push the button.
hold on, Brayden. And from what I've heard, I think Bree thinks she's gonna win, and Kenisha's gonna have to pay.
Yeah. Well, good luck. You know, I can wish for a lot of things too. It doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Yeah, but when she went live last night, when they went live last night, there were several people in there that said that they don't think Kenisha's gonna show up to court, especially since she's in Ohio.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet she's gonna. She's never been held to any responsibility before.
No, she
So
hasn't.
what's different this time? You know, if we were ever gonna get her, let's get her criminally for abusing animals. This I don't care about. This chick Bree, she knew she was moving those two in there. She knew Autumn and John were coming. She knew about the puppies and she knew about the kitties the whole time. But now that everybody went away and she's getting in trouble because of financially of signing a lease with someone, now she wants everybody held to it. Sorry. How long did you let her live there? I have no sympathy.
From what, which I think it was before April. She said from April until whenever Kenisha left, like right after the 4th of July.
Yeah, I have no sympathy for Bree.
But the thing is, Kenisha was living in that apartment without Bree living there from like the beginning of March.
You're right, but Bree was still responsible for her because she sublet to her.
Yep.
She assumed that responsibility. And if she's bringing these kitties in, how come you're not running downstairs going, why are you bringing all these cats in here? Bree had a lot of choices along the way that she chose to go, it's more important to have her here than for me to be a landlord. But when you sublease, you become a landlord.
Right.
Hi, Chloe.
Mom.
Okay.
Mom. Who turned that up?
I thought Bree was the girlfriend too.
No.
Who turned that up?
Apparently, It was someone totally different than who we all thought.
Oh.
And
Who turned
the
that
girl's
up?
name is Jasmine.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Give me a second.
Oh, give mommy a minute.
Hold on.
Okay. I want to see.
There we go.
All right. Give me a second, please, because I want to read this. So this is Bree suing them.
Yeah.
Then why is
And
it
then
saying Bree versus those two? Oh, this is when Bree had to evict them. Okay.
yeah. And then
Okay.
that's when it was determined that they had to go back to court for damages.
Okay, so there's your four corners of law right there. It's a legal eviction. Yep.
Yes, and Kenisha and Kyle both have that.
Okay, that makes
And
sense to me.
as of the day it was ruled in court and everything was filed, Kenisha and Kyle both have the eviction on their background for the next 7 years.
Wait though. This is has did they already lose this? They lost the eviction?
That they had to be out on June 12th. As of June 12th was the last day they were allowed in that apartment.
So there is an actual writ of eviction against these two.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. I'm not. My question is, um, did it already go through the fact finding where the judge went, yeah, you're evicted, get out?
Yeah,
Okay,
they gave
that's
them
what I'm
till June
asking.
12th. And then as of June 12th, that was the last day that both were
Okay.
allowed in that apartment.
Okay, so that steps it up because now you have the four corners of law right there.
And it was determined the day they went to court. There is another, I don't know if it's on that document or there's another document from after when it was ruled in court that they were evicted. And there was another, and I saw it, that it said that they had to go back to court on the 24th of July for damages.
That one just said what I've
So
said
it was ruled
before.
that
I
that's why
saw
they're
it.
going back to
That you
court on the
can't make a
24th because
verbal
it was
after a
ruled.
written agreement. Hmm. Okay. Okay,
I
so
did not
now
know
she's
that.
been evicted. So now the judge is saying bring it back so we can do penalty
So
phase, which is money.
can it come back on? I have a question. So I have a question. So since Kenisha was actually evicted from that apartment and everything in that property, and she was staying in that, she was like basically trespassing in that apartment by staying there, even though Bree said she could. Can that come back on Kenisha?
No, they can just tell her to get out.
Well, yeah, I know, I know.
That's an interesting Indiana law that they did that, Chloe, because normally you can never follow up a verbal after a written. And you're right. If that's Indiana code, yeah. I still would say There's no reason for them to go. Even if they lose, what are they going to get from them? She's in Ohio. Yes.
Right.
What now?
So let me ask you this. Kyle goes and Kenisha doesn't go. How do you think the courts should make him financially? I mean, where's Kenisha's ability in this? Or do you think the courts would go, it's all on Kyle because he showed up?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. Courts don't do that. They're not debt collectors. And I'm just saying that courts don't garnish things though. Contempt of what? You're right. You're right. You're right on that. If she doesn't get
Yeah.
anything after a while, but again, it's just another piece of paper. I'm just saying. I don't mean to be obstinate to you at all, Chloe. I don't.
Right.
No, no, thank you. I had heard that it was a handwritten between them. Okay, and now that you showed me that, because otherwise I would have fought you on. You can't bring up a verbal after a written. You just can't do it. But I guess in Indiana you can do that, which is, and it said for leases only. So I find that interesting.
Okay.
I agree with you, Raggedy. I don't see anybody winning out of this at all. I don't. Because you're asking the courts to get involved with something that's already muddy. But if they've
Right.
evicted her legally, I don't know. Can they go after her for money? And even if they do, I don't care. If you don't have it, you can't collect it.
Exactly.
Totally works. But see, I don't think it looks good or bad either way. I don't. Because if I was Kyle, I would assume I'm going to lose.
Well, if it's a matter over damages and everything that they're going to court over,
It'll be interesting. We're all going to learn something. Let me say that. We're all going to learn
well, my
something after
question
this
is
next court
because
date.
she did abandon cats, um, can that be brought up if it's due to the reason you're going to court over damages, or would that have to be a separate court hearing to
I
go?
don't know it. I have no idea at this point
I don't know.
because these
I was just curious on that.
why are people saying it's Bree's cats?
No, Bree said that those cats were never that. The whole thing that Kenisha said that Bree put all those cats out. No, but Bree said that she never did that.
So they were never Bree's cats. It was just another
As
Kenisha
far as I
line.
know, no.
Chloe
From
wants
what-
back up.
I am. I'm
Okay.
letting her back up now.
And then Nana Tracy wants up.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
I got a lot of
Someone needs to figure out how these cats happened. I mean, obviously, I know Kenisha.
Hey, girls.
Well,
So
she posted
here in
that
Ohio, let me tell you just real quick. Here in Ohio, because anybody would have to go after Bree. If Bree would go after them, now Bree can, as having them as occupants, Bree can file an eviction. That's like my ex-husband when I wanted him out of here.
Oh my goodness, I'm back.
They said no because he gets mail there. They said you have to go down and file an eviction to get rid of him.
which is what Bree did. Bree
Can
did
everybody-
file an eviction.
Can
and
everybody
Bree-
in the comments hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fuck. Okay. All right. I don't know if you saw it. I'll show everything again. Hold,
But
please.
it was ruled in the favor that Kyle and Kenisha were evicted from the property as of June 12th was the last day they were allowed, which is what the paper that she's showing is. They were to be out of the apartment by June 12th, and Kenisha, because Bree was being nice, and let Kenisha stay after the day she was supposed to be out.
Correct. So I don't know if you guys can see that. That is the legit paperwork from the first court day, which Kyle and Kenisha both did show up.
And it was,
Technically, Kenisha staying on the property is for and Bree both breaking the eviction ruling. Well, I don't know too much about that. I don't even know if Kenisha will even bring that up. I don't know if Bree will even bring that up. I think that the eviction has already been ruled.
it was, and I know in some, I don't know if it's in every state, but I know the state that I'm in, they do it that if you are staying in at a property that you were evicted from, you are trespassing.
You're
On
a
that.
squatter. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean, technically, if Bree wanted to do it, she could say that she was squatting because who knows how much proof Kenisha would even have or even try to show. We all know Kenisha. I mean, at the end of the day, she's an animal abuser, a scammer, and a liar. So,
hi, mommy.
Well, and I think Chloe, what a lot of people are getting confused is this is for damages, right? The next court date's for damages.
Yes, it
yeah.
is for
So I
damage.
don't know if
That's entirely different than an eviction. So it would be like Chloe, you come into my house and knocking a hole through the wall, and I'm suing you for damages.
Right.
Okay, so that being said, courts are very clear when it comes to suing for damages. You can't just go in there and say, I think it's going to be 50. You have to go in with receipts that it costs $50 to patch that hole.
Well, as far as I know,
So, to Bright, I believe Bree already has something in the works legally. She's not talking much about it.
Good.
So she already has something legally going with the cats, being that 2 are now deceased. And she did leave those cats up there by themselves for 5 days with nothing. And Kyle did as well. He did lie. He was not truthful when he said that he got rid of the cats. He did not tell the truth. They had to take all of those animals away.
well, I have a question. Those
Yeah.
cats that were taken, just recently, the ones that were just taken, were those the same cats that Kenisha left in the apartment with Kyle?
Yes.
Yes. None of
Okay.
those cats were taken out. Kyle said that
Then I'm going to be very hopeful that that county cares more about animals than the county she abandoned all the cats at the end of the year.
100%. And hopefully, like I said, she's got something going legally. She's already for the 2 deceased cats. She's already gotten like pretty involved legally with all of that. I'm sure more information will come out.
Well, I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
God,
no,
I hope
Kyle
Robin
did
isn't
that.
helping her.
I don't know anything about the Robin situation, but I
I
do.
know, I'm just saying, because Robin gets her hands in on this part of it.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
then turns around and tells Kenisha everything that's going on anyways.
And like, okay.
Bree's pretty well versed on Robin and not to.
Good.
I believe she said don't quote me on this, but I believe Robin was not kind to her at some point. So I think
No, imagine that.
Right?
yeah. So there's that.
Maybe if Robin would have stood with us more back in September when we did everything in our power to get those cats away from her back then, that maybe another 20 some cats wouldn't have come after then.
Yep.
Right.
That's why I'm saying we're at 30 cats now, and I'm going to say 5 dogs that I know of.
Well,
And
in the
not to
first
mention whatever other animals that were at Stacy's.
Exactly,
And
but
the
the
first
number
time
is
that I
too high.
know that she abused an animal is when back when I first started following her, which was in July of 2022, and she was staying in a hotel with Autumn, and she kicked the dog
Oh,
on
she
live.
kicked the dog. Yep.
She
I
kicked the
remember
dog,
that.
and then
That's
she
the
let
first time I
John.
ever saw her abuse an animal.
No, Kenisha, honestly, I think she has a mental illness that draws her to go around and take people's cats from them or
Well, it's a meal
animals.
ticket, really. Like, honestly, if you like, a lot of us know Kenisha. It's just a meal ticket. All she wanted to do was bring those cats in so they would breed, or bring them in so she could get rehoming fees for them, or
Right.
like we had said the other day in the live, that she noticed how much attention she was getting when everybody rescued the cats the first time, and how she did get money from that.
Well, I went in her box and I said, Kenisha, why do you keep this a long time ago? Sissy, I think you were in there. And I said, why with the animals? Why? Why do you keep getting them? She said, because they love her.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that, but it is a money grab for her. Her and Kyle. Oh, they think they're going to go get someone these cats, and then they're going to adopt them out for 50 or $100 a cat. But they never go to the vet. They're unhealthy.
Well, it's
And
just like
they,
those puppies they had. They got those puppies, and then they were trying to sell them, and I still don't think anyone really knows what happened to them. So
no, the
and I don't
puppies
think we'll
even
ever
from
know.
November, nobody knows what happened to.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that the cats, we kind of can have an idea of where they went, what rescues got involved in stuff. But when it comes to the puppies, we really have no idea whatever
Or
happened to
about
any
her
of them.
most recent service dog that once everybody found out that she had it, and then
So
the dog was damaging the apartment because they weren't taking it out.
Yeah.
So she supposedly gave it away, but you know damn well she got money for it.
No, don't all of our stomachs drop when we hear she's gotten an animal?
100%.
but it was a good thing that she gave that dog up, though.
No, it was, and I hope that she gave it to the right
But
people.
she said the reason she gave it up is because it was chewing on the electrical outlets, and that's the reason
Yep,
she
that was
gave it
it.
up.
No, because she
But I'll
wouldn't bring his
guarantee
fucking
you-
dog outside. That's why.
Well, and I guarantee you by then, Kyle has kicked the dog. Kyle has hit the dog. That dog has been subjected to loud, startling noises. So I'm sure there's no matter how long an animal's been with her, there's a debt to pay on the other end of it.
And me personally, I know everybody feels different about Kyle. I know that Kyle has been manipulated by Kenisha. I know that 110%. I know he's gone through the abuse of Kenisha, but he is still liable for those animals and for a lot of the things that have happened. So I personally hope that he gets charged with something as well.
I would love to see that because he, again, at the very, very minimum, he's a co-conspirator.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
Because he goes along with all of this. Yeah, I'll take you to get the cats. Suddenly they can go and pick up kitties, but they can never have transportation to get them to the right rescue or get them help.
Exactly.
And
But
then remember when
No, I don't think we should blame it on Kyle.
to clear up
remember the rescue
information.
lady had to pay them?
What's that?
Didn't the rescue lady have to pay them to take the animals from Stacy's that time?
Yes. As far as I know, I believe yes.
Yes, they
if
were
you guys
paid.
have
The
any other
rescue.
questions, just let me know because I'm going to drop here in a sec. If I can clear anything up for you guys, just let
The
me know.
rescues were paid, and I paid vets.
Mommy.
Yep.
Because I'm not giving them the money, but I don't mind calling the vet going, listen, I'll pay whatever. There's a rescue lady. Just don't give it back to them. Hand it out the back door to the rescue lady. And the vets want to get paid.
100%.
Plus, a kitty from January had to have its tail amputated. So, that's at least $1,500 to $2,000. And the rescue absorbed that, not me, the rescue.
Oh, wow.
He absolutely knew. Kyle goes along with whatever scheme she comes up with. Again, write this down. Kenisha is always the smartest one in the room. She's already thinking what she's going to do. She's days ahead of manipulating. Kyle is just a muck boy who does anything she says.
Diabolical.
But again, though, I just wanted to come clear up information.
Thank you, Chloe, because I needed to read what you showed me. I needed to see it on the four corners of law.
100%. Like I said,
Now, the interesting part will be, can Bree prove any damages?
So
Asking for pet deposit on each animal, you can't backtrack that. The rule should have been, you can't bring them in till that's paid, and that's how the courts will look at that.
So she has a lot of proof of a lot of different things that she's not showing right now. Again, until court, she doesn't want to jeopardize anything.
Good for her.
So we will know what we know when the court happens.
No matter
I'm
what.
sure we're gonna have a whole thing with all of the evidence and the proof after the court date.
Someone better tag me because I want to hear.
I don't know when it'll be, but I'm sure we can get the live out there for everyone to see.
Thank you, Chloe, for talking to Bree and finding out what's really going on versus what people are saying.
Yeah, and I'm not taking credit because I did not reach out to her personally. I was just in the live, so credit is on the people that did that. They're awesome.
But you know what?
So,
the way you ask questions, it's very informative. You really have really great questions. Wasn't I in a live the other day with you in it?
I think so.
Someone was asking questions, and I just appreciated the way the questions were being asked, and I'm pretty sure it was you.
It was probably a mixture of all of us. It was probably a mixture of all of us, but I appreciate you guys letting me up and being cool. And listening to what I have to say. Again, there will probably be some more information out there again soon.
Yay! I mean, I want to see her held to everything she can be held to. I just
And
know
that's everybody's end goal. That's Bree's end goal. And I think the live that had happened the other day, that's why we moved to a different live, was because it was so hectic, and I know everybody's excited and stuff. But I just ask that everybody take it easy on Bree, because she is just as much a victim, and I get it. There's a lot of things people can say, hey, she was in the wrong, or she did this. But
another person conned.
Yeah, so if we could all just take it easy on her and her girlfriend and everything like that, and even Jazz, if we could just, everybody take it easy on them, that would be awesome.
That's how I see Bree as another victim.
Exactly. So again, thank you guys for having me. We will know more when we know more. So I'll talk to you guys, I'm sure, at another time.
Bye, Chloe.
Bye.
Well, there's our answer. Now we just wait to see what the court accepts as far as judgments.
Right. At this point, that's all we can do, is just wait and see. So, which, I mean, a lot of things were, questions I had got cleared up, because I did have questions, and, they did answer my questions, so that was nice for them to come in the box and answer my questions. So, just at this point, all we can do is just wait to see what happens, after the court hearing. But I am gonna go ahead and get off of here. Because my kiddos, well, one of them's already passed out over there, but my other one wants to go night-night, huh? You don't go night-night? So, he's getting tired. He's trying to go to sleep over here, and I need to get him in his bed. So, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here for the night.
But
And I may be back on
put it
tomorrow.
again.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I might be back on tomorrow.